Hello everybody, my name is Merc and welcome back to the channel. I have been going for the Gemstone Gauntlet within HYPIXEL SKYBLOCK, and I thought while I'm doing this, I'm going to give you guys a few tips and tricks of how I mine Ruby. Maybe this can help you, maybe you're new into mining or the Crystal Hollows, or you're going for the Gauntlet yourself. This is how I am trying to get it as fast as possible. Now I am on an Ironman account. I can't just buy anything, I have to grind everything from the ground up. I assume you guys are either on an Ironman or a regular account, so maybe you can take some tips from this video to use for yourself and to help you when grinding Ruby. Now, one thing you need to know about Ruby is, I think, the only gemstone, I'm pretty sure, that spawns in exactly the same place no matter what Crystal Hollows lobby you are in. So as you can see, you will see letter R around me, all around me if I look around. Those are basically coordinates for Ruby spawns, and what I've done is I've saved those coordinates. Actually, someone was really helpful for me to give them to me in my stream. They gave me these coordinates and I saved them through a mod, and basically I load them up every time I go into the Crystal Hollows, and the rubies always spawn in the same place. Now fear not, I'm going to tell you exactly what the mod is and the coordinates themselves. Basically the mod is called SkyTills. A lot of you may or may not have it. If you do have it, then you can do /ST in the chat and you bring up this lovely neon RGB screen in front of you right now, and you have something called waypoints. So if you click on waypoints, I have loads of different things here, and I basically have my own category called Ruby, and I can just like expand, and it has every single coordinate in here. Now I'm going to scroll down and leave this on. If you want to, you can copy the coordinates yourself, and as I said, these always spawn exactly in the same place. So I'm going to just slowly scroll down. You can pause the video and copy all the coordinates yourself. They've got around 20 there that you can copy from, which is more than enough in my experience, especially as not the fastest miner on the game. I only need 3, 4, 5 of the ruby spots individually, and by the time I finish the 5th one, the first one has respawned. Now obviously when mining ruby, you're going to need something to mine them. Ruby, it comes at a breaking point of level 6, I believe, so you can mine it with a titanium pickaxe, the highest pickaxe that you get in the dwarven mines, but it is suggested at least to use a ruby drill just for the sake of the extra fortune and speed that you get when mining. So I use the drill specifically for mining the gemstones themselves, and because the drill has extra stats and boosts, it makes sense to use them mining it. Now the drill is a level 7, so I can mine other gemstones as well, but I just specifically use it for ruby right now because I'm going for the gauntlet. When I get the gauntlet, I can use that to mine anything else that I need to mine. Now all the spots I've just shown you are all in the Magma Fields, so these are all below Y64, and in the Crystal Hollows, when you are under Y64, you're in something called the Magma Fields. If you look on the top right, I have a map of where I am. It obviously says I'm in Precursor City, but because I'm under a certain height, I'm actually in the Magma Fields, which stretches across the whole map. In this area, you do take something called heat damage, which can end up killing your player. So you are going to need one of two things to help you survive down here. And actually having both of these things not only helps you survive, but adds to when you are mining rubies or gemstones in general down here. So the first thing you're going to need is Yorg Armor. Yorg Armor, when you have the full set, grants heat immunity, so you will not take any damage. And when you have the full set, killing 10 yogs gives you 1 extra mining speed, so you mine things a little quicker. Now there are 2 types of mining speed. There's regular mining speed and gemstone mining speed, so don't think that when you unlock regular mining speed you can mine gemstones faster. That is a separate thing, but we'll talk more about that in a bit. So yeah, that's the Yorg Armor. Having the full set will grant you heat immunity, so you don't need anything else. The second thing that you can get, which you can see up here in the sort of semi top right of my screen, is a Bal Pet. Now this Bal Pet grants you heat immunity as well, but also what it does as a legendary effect, it provides up to a 15% stat boost of everything when you are in the Magma Fields. So the reason I'm mining these in the Magma Fields is because of the Bal Pet itself. The Bal Pet is actually a combat pet, but it upgrades into like one of the best mining pets for especially ruby and topaz gemstones because of the stat boost that you get. So if I go into my stats here really quickly and my gathering stats for mining, all of these stats get, you know, times by X amount depending on the level of your bow. At level 100 it will give you 15%. They're all times by the level / percentage of your battle pet when you are down here. So I get 15% added on top of what each of these things are individually. So you just become that little bit more OP when grinding things in this area. Now, one of the things in these stats is something called pristine. Now, what pristine is it gives you the chance when mining a gemstone to give you extra of that gemstone. Basically, you get what's called like a pristine bonus. I'm going to quickly try and show you here what it does if I just mine 1 or 2 of these. So there you go. As you see here, pristine, you found flawed ruby gemstone times 14. So basically what it does is kind of like the chests, but specifically for the gemstone that you're mining. And you can find anywhere up to, I think people find up to like 96. I don't know, depending on the higher your pristine, depends on the more of these that you find, but it is sort of like a random roll of what you get. So pristine itself is probably one of the best gemstone mining perks, just for the fact that you can find times 28, 36, all the way up to like 100 or something like that. It's actually crazy. And when there's like coal events or anything like that, it just gets even more crazy. The next thing I want to talk about is the Hot M, Heart of the Mountain Tree. Basically, the sort of where I am with this, I'm currently Hot M6. I've only just entered, like, trying to progress up through tier 7. I've not focused on that too much. I'll do that once I grind the gauntlet. In the tier 6, you get something called Fortunate, which is extra mining fortune for gemstones. So the first thing I did was max this out completely, because while I'm mining the gemstones, I want it to go as quick as possible. So having the most fortune is honestly needed. And then you get something called Professional, which is mining speed when mining gemstones. Obviously, the higher this is, the faster you mine the gemstones, which is really good. Mole is good for when you're mining the chests, which can spawn anything depending on the area you're in. The only other thing I would say when you're grinding this is probably your mining speed and fortune, but these are regular mining speed and regular fortune for regular ores and things like that. Gemstone has its own specific ones. Daily powder should be maxed, no matter what you're doing anyway, it should be maxed because you get the most out of it. But yeah, Hot M tier 6 definitely starts bringing you some gemstone abilities, and you should take full advantage of that if you can. If not, I recommend you do your daily commissions in this area, getting to Hot M6, and then go grind the gemstones, just because it gives you that chance to get it as quick as possible. So as you can see in my gemstone sack, I have 2.28 million ruby gemstones. Now I need just over 4 million ruby gemstones for the gemstone gauntlet, so I'm around halfway to be able to do this, and I've spent probably around 5-6 hours doing this in total. Now I will admit, I think around 3 or 4 of those hours were during a coal mining event, so I did get double drops, so it's actually going to take me a bit longer to do it. This is a grind, guys. Do not think this is easy in general at all. Now I assume you're probably going for the gauntlet or something else in general yourself, but if you are just mining ruby, then obviously you've got the route you want and you can go from there. But me myself, as an Iron Man going for the gauntlet, I have spent a lot of time here recently. Do be careful, because battles can spawn and they might try and attack you, but I have an AOTD which shoots them away and kills them in 2 hits, so that's not too bad. If you want any more tips and tricks, or if I've left anything out, or you want any questions and answered in a moment, then please do come to my streams. My stream will be linked in the link tree in the description below. Just click that and then click the watch me live button, and you'll be able to come and see me. If you want to know when I'm going live, in that same link tree link will be a link to my Discord, where I post when I'm going live and where I'm going live. I want to say a massive thank you to you guys for watching this video. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. I appreciate all the love and support recently. Thank you so much. If you want to check out more videos on my channel, then check out these ones here.